Hello, and welcome to Matthew 10:10 Travels of an Awareness, the audiobook. I want to thank you for getting this book. My name is Matthew Winfield. I am the author and publisher. My publishing company is 1010 Publishing. I don't think that's official yet, so the business name is also Matthew 1010. You are probably somewhat aware of this already. So we will just proceed. I am here to personally thank you for looking into this project that I have created. It's pretty exciting, and this is your entrance into it. Hopefully this book proves to be something that is tolerable and enjoyable at the same time and sheds light on a few issues that we've been dealing with for, just a few thousand years, Anyway, enjoy the book. If you want to get back to me and let me know how it was, please feel free to call or email me through the website, and we'll be off on our way from there. Enjoy, and have a great day. And now the acknowledgements. Acknowledgements. I thoroughly enjoy using this moment to thank all the people in my life who put up with my antics, BS, and philosophical diarrhea of the brain, and contributed to all that you see vicariously through conversations with me throughout my life. Specific recognition goes to my mother and father for supporting me through a turbulent life, relatively, and doing everything that they could to keep me focused on whatever I wanted to stay focused on. My mother by birth for seeing to it that I went somewhere decent, and for staying in touch. Benjamin and Lisa for always being there for me and seeing to it that I stayed true on a path with heart. Nikia for being so understanding, taking energeticism to new levels, improving my sense of organization, and of course for being the highly skilled mother of our daughter. Trent for drawing out many conversations, dissecting everything I say, and endlessly asking for explanations, Mr. Devil's Advocate. And Caroline, who allows me to use his time. Kip for many late-night philosophical conversations and approaching these thoughts from multiple perspectives. Eric Siegel for teaching me to live every day as my last. All my professors at CSU Pueblo and CU Boulder, most notably Dr. Donald Driscoll for portraying a solipsistic existence and teaching great philosophy with outrageous animation. Dr. Mo for teaching from a completely Eastern perspective. Dr. Richard Krinsky for his stern demeanor and attention to statistical detail. Dr. Elmer Wells for telling it like it is regarding African American history and blacks in America today, explicitly exposing racial issues in the academic forum, and for always being there for me when I needed a good reference. Dr. Sandra Frankman for leading me into nature through psychology, or was it the other way around? And for always extending my deadlines. The Butterfly Pavilion was great. Dr. Ronald Achel for his dedication to logical thought, deductive reasoning, and for several conversations on matters of time and space. Dr. Nickel for explaining verbatim from one semester to the next classical philosophy and for his lectures leading toward the conclusion that it could be no other way. Mike Mitchell for taking me on the USC soccer team. Dr. Pat Levy who watched over me upon my arrival at USC, literally, and for many needed therapy sessions on the side. Thank you. Sharon at the CSU Pueblo Writing Center, who couldn't wait to read my first book after editing many of my research papers and creative works. Uncle Billy Kent for introducing me to the pain of the Marine Corps. Tolbert, Thornton, and Waller for introducing me to Omega Psi Phi. Ken for standing by my side through it all. Dr. Cameron of the Colorado State University, Pueblo, for making the walls of the lecture hall come to life with the abnormalities of psychology. Jason for spreading love and climbing mountains that others dare not, and for being a great person in life and in business. Em and Amy for being love aware of itself and aware of everyone else, for being dear friends, for entertaining these ideas with me anytime, and for teaching me how to hug the world. Dr. Chaz Clifton for aiding in the development of my writing abilities, feeble as they are. To all the staff at Maplewood and Anchorage, Alaska for helping me through my adolescence, especially Ron Lindemulder, who put up with me years after discharge, and Margaret Platt, who always had me facing reality. To Carlos Williams for showing me that your friends can turn on you and your family in a minute. To the people of Pueblo for showing me that entire populations can be distasteful to each other every day, and that finding respectful people can be a chore in many places on this planet. All the at-risk youth who have helped me further understand what it is to be human, Anna and Oliver for housing so many interesting and insightful events, to David for many lengthy conversations as these ideas were just beginning to coalesce. Stu Brown, wherever you are, for showing me a different side to life and writing. I still have one of yours. To Mr. Caston for being an incredibly powerful presence and awareness and having fun in everything that you do. That is her name, for introducing me to Toole. Toole, Maynard, for being. Trent Reznor for always opening minds. Mr. Bronner for setting me on a path to self-publishing and pushing me to do my own work. Melissa for all her love, support, and understanding while I pounded this book out, and for all that she continues to do and put up with. And of course, there is one person I would like to thank above all else for having the decency to exercise patience and for exhibiting the courage to lay it all out on the line. Me. Finally, I would like to thank you for having the courage to proceed. I do not think that my setup is overrated for all those who made a difference in my life that I have not mentioned. I apologize. We will probably be in touch soon. This book is dedicated for Anea. May this book aid in bringing about a brighter future and a more peaceful planet. And to Dr. Donald Driscoll, PhD. Now retired, he was so reasonable and responsible in opening the hearts and minds of his students. And who wrote the world's second shortest poem entitled Things I Would Like to See. A butterfly flutter by. The contents of Matthew 10:10 are as follows. Chapter 1, Life is not a book. See? Chapter 2, The Lost Philosoph. Chapter 3, Why Now? And right before Chapter 4, there's this little poem called X. You'll see that if you were looking at the pages. Chapter 4 is called The Questions. Chapter 5 is Energeticism. That's the big, long one, because it's made up of all the other 28 tenets. And they're in their small sections, so that makes it kind of easy to get through them. Chapter 6 is called Our Position. Chapter 7 is called Energetic Existence. And Chapter 9 is called Us. Did I leave something out? Oh, well, I wonder why I would... I don't know what that could have been. Anyway, enjoy. We're going to move on to Chapter 1.